Hello, good morning, everyone. This isn't exactly a vlog, it's more like a collection of clips from my previous trek to Glow Lake. And I actually wanted to clear some storage on my phone, so I thought, why not put all these memories together? So, this is the first clip, and here we are at the main gate of the Forest Division. The track was actually organized or maybe sponsored by the government. I don't remember the exact details, but it was around the World Wildlife Week. So here's Mr. Aditya giving a brief about the do's and don'ts of the area, along with the RFO of the Kamlang Wildlife Sanctuary.
We are encroaching tiger का लेन में हम encroach कर रहा है और जितना भी होना possible मुझे कि plastics कितना बजे पहुंचेगा
And here we were again, all gathered and ready for the journey ahead. And just like that, the trek started, and that was me right there. At the same time, this was our first uphill stretch just before reaching the hanging bridge. So here we are again standing at the edge of the slippery hanging bridge. It was scary a bit at first, and I actually had to gather some courage just to take the first step. And I still remember this funny moment where I felt like someone was standing behind me, but when I turned around, there was no one there. It's very tiring. So after endless walking for 3 hours straight, we are here to refill our water. If you can see, we have already filled the bottles. The water was really fresh. It was all natural spring water coming straight from the mountain. And here's my friend Kaleni having some fun.
अभी हम लोग only 15 minutes चला है. अभी कितना बाकी है? 4 hours. नहीं, और total 9 hours है ना. अभी 7-8 hours तो बचा है. 9 बजे 10 बजे. ये ब्लॉगर जो अभी भी इसका खत्म नहीं हुआ है. इस डायरी सब्सक्राइब करना.
Hello guys.
जो भी वीडियो बनाया हमको भी एयर ड्रॉप कर देना.
अभी व्लॉग शुरू किए कल्याणी से इन्फ्लुएंस होके.
ये यहाँ में
थप्पड़ मार दिया हम इससे.
थप्पड़ नहीं है, ये है ये.
If you remember, I have mentioned him as Aditya. He is the botanist. He is a botanist, and he is explaining the route and the time left to cover the distance.
वो डिटरमाइन करते हैं कि मतलब हम लोग ग्लाव लेक पहुंचने का लायक है कि नहीं है. अच्छा. तो वही पॉइंट पे पहुंच के सब लोग रेस्ट करते हैं, वो जगह में पूजा करते हैं. तो उसके बाद से मैक्सिमम सब ऐसे डाउन ऐसा अपहिल ऐसा अंडुलेटिंग टाइप का होगा.
इजी हो जाएगा ना.
हाँ, उसके बाद इजी हो जाएगा. उसके बाद जाके हम लोग पहुंचेगा, एक घर पहुंचेगा हम लोग का एंटी पोचिंग कैंप, जिसका नाम है काला एंटी पोचिंग कैंप. तो वहाँ तक अगर पहुँचने से हम लोग एटलीस्ट 80% पहुँच गए. उसके बाद ऐसे डाउन 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 प्लेन 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 करके सीधा डाउन डाउन करके हम लोग नॉलेज पहुँच जाएंगे.
का वीडियो लो वो भी उसका हमको भेज देना.
ऊपर में नहीं जल्दी है मैं पूरा जल्दी था वो.
अच्छा दिया.
So if you're wondering why is my friend speaking on my vlog, it's because I took these videos from her because I lost few of my clips. So please carry on.
सेकंड था. सेकंड ये हम लोग का कैम्प है जो अभी बोल रहे थे ना, वही कैम्प है. वाओ, यहाँ में फ्रूट्स भी है. पुणे मसलों पमेलो फ्रूट खाओगे क्या? ये
Okay, what she meant was actually she wants to stay in his village, but I really wonder if she will be able to.
50%, 60.
ये लड़का देखो ग्लाव देखी वापस आ गया
Oh,
हम लोग जब बॉम्बे गैदरिंग हुआ था ना
हाँ
तब वही लड़का चला गया था
हाँ जाके भी वापस आ गया
मतलब
खतरा लो
पहुंच ही गया
हाँ
चलिए ऊपर आ जाइए आप लोग
रेस्ट करेगा यहाँ पे गंदा है तो अच्छा चलो
So meanwhile, he was showing us the map and the distance we still had to cover. Oh, and I forgot to mention, he's Mr. Chamson Sena. He's working with the Forest Division, I think as a research officer or something like that. A fun person to be around, though he was bluffing us about the distance, so just we wouldn't get bored along the way.
यहाँ से फिर हम ऐसा करके डाउन नामेगा यहाँ तक ये आधा घंटा में पहुंचेगा हम लोग यहाँ से डाउन नामेगा 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 यहाँ तक थोड़ा डाउन एकदम नॉर्मल डाउन इसके बाद में यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक 15 मिनट यहाँ से प्लेन है यहाँ से प्लेन ऐसा प्लेन 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 ऐसा करके ये जगह में हम लोग का ये घर है ना यहाँ में घर है तो हम लोग यहाँ में निकलेंगे यहाँ से ग्लाव इसके बाद वाओ
जो पहले पहुंचेगा वही तो वाह होगा सब साथ पहुंचने का मजा नहीं
This was another stop to refill our bottles. Some of us had already filled up while others were started moving ahead. And the water was really fresh. Honestly, it really felt refreshing. So if you can see, that is our destination and we have only an hour to reach there. Meanwhile, my cousin and I got lost because we were really fast as compared to the others.
Wow.
So finally we have reached the destination and this is Glaw Lake. It was really beautiful, in real than real. Like I said, I was really fast among others. So I was, I think, second number among the group. So the resting place was just behind me. There was a small cottage built by the Forest Division. We were around 30 to 35 people, I think. I don't remember the exact number, but there were quite a lot of us. So we were all adjusted and got accommodated in the rooms. And after a few hours of rest, we started preparing dinner. So here you can enjoy the view. So this was the second day and honestly we were a bit of discouraged because the rain just wouldn't stop. It kept pouring heavily and it almost felt like our plans wouldn't work out. But after a few hours, the rain finally slowed down and we headed towards the lake for a boat ride. It wasn't really possible to take all of us at once, but somehow we convinced them to.
चलो 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 हो गया तो
She is Sister Chingnoi. Wow. She was really enthusiastic. Even in the pouring rain, she was ready to take a reel, or I mean to record a reel, which I'll show you in the further clips. As you can see, we were preparing our lunch at this point and honestly it was really satisfying. After being away so far from home, walking for almost 8 hours and getting a proper filling meal felt nothing less than a blessing. So this is our interaction session and let me introduce you. This is Sir Banti Tao. He is the forest ranger at Kamlang Wildlife Sanctuary, or at least that's what I remember. I might be wrong with the designation, but what I do remember for sure is that he still is an incredibly knowledgeable person. I think he has even represented our country at some level in Asia related to forest work. Honestly, he was such a warm and humble person and very easy to talk to, and he's still there. I really hope to meet him someday again.
Every country has pledged to preserve the wetlands in a higher altitude or a lower altitude because it is a part of our
बोल तो रहा था सिर्फ मच्छी
उन्होंने जो बोला करेक्ट है कनेक्ट है हम लोग का ये जो लेक है ये हम एंसेस्टर्स लोग जो भी यहाँ खेती किया है ये चीज़ हो सकता है कि कनेक्टेड है इसलिए ये यहाँ पे वो लोग आता है लेकिन जो ये नियम बना के रखा है
Okay, this was the fun part. This was after dinner. We all gathered around a bonfire. If you can see, everyone was dancing and just enjoying the moment. I didn't join in though. I don't really know how to dance. But as you can see, as they were having an amazing time.
और अपना चेहरा भी दिखा दो अपना चेहरा भी मारो ना तो दिखने तो डीजे कौन है
This was the third morning, and we still weren't satisfied with the boat ride from the previous day. So before everyone even woke up, we convinced Chamson to take us again.
Grateful to you for making this wildlife week a successful event और आप लोग का ऊपर मेरा इतना विश्वास हो गया कि आने वाला दिन में ये जो ग्लो लेक के ऊपर में जो गुड मैसेजेस है द पॉजिटिव मैसेजेस है द फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट है तो आप लोग अपना आंखों से देखा है तो हम आप लोग को उधर बताता तो सोशल मीडिया में देखता तो आजकल कैमरा में तो ओप्पो मोबाइल लोग तो बहुत कुछ करता है वो हो जाता लेकिन आप लोग ने खुद देखा है तो आपका आंख से ज़्यादा 500 मेगापिक्सल से ज़्यादा कोई भी चीज़ इसमें कैमरा आज तक नहीं बनाया है ह्यूमन आई का तो इसलिए आप लोग आगे जाके अच्छा मैसेज फैलाइए अच्छा दोस्त को शेयर कीजिए सबको बोलिए कि मेक दिस कमलांग टाइगर रिजर्व एंड लोहित डिस्ट्रिक्ट हब ऑफ इको टूरिज्म इन फ्यूचर ये सब आप लोग का हाथ में है हम तो एक गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर हैं हम आज है 3 साल के बाद में 2 साल के बाद में हम कहीं चला जाएगा बट आई वांट टू मेक दिस इवेंट मेमोरेबल ताकि कोई ऑफिसर चेंज हो लेकिन अब यहाँ का लोकेलिटी है जो भी है वो परमानेंट रहेगा और वो आगे आप ये जो इसका जो लेगेसी को आगे लेके जाएगा क्योंकि बहुत से चैलेंजेस आने वाला है एज हमने बताया है ये कि रामसर साइट के लिए वो प्रपोजल दिया है वेटलैंड का है और ये टाइगर रिजर्व का अंदर प्रोटेक्टेड एरिया में है तो आप लोग यहाँ का स्पेशली जो लोकल लोहे अंजाव और ये जो लोहित डिस्ट्रिक्ट का अभी नामसाई डिस्ट्रिक्ट भी हो गया आप लोग इसको केयर करना है आप लोग ये जो
After the final speech by Sir Bunty, we started heading back. The return journey was also quite an adventure in itself, but I couldn't capture much of it because, like I said, my phone storage just wasn't cooperating. So we finally reached Mithun Gate, and of course we had to take a photo here. So all the snacks were arranged for us by the team led by Sir Bunty Tao, and it was just a perfect way to end the journey. The overall experience was really a memorable one, and I got to know about this from a friend of mine since it was a sponsored trip. Honestly, even the night before leaving for Wakro, I was still confused about whether I should go or not. But in the next morning, I just called my cousin and said, let's do it. And we left. And I'm so glad we did it. And the whole experience was amazing. Something I'll cherish for a very long time. Also, the reason I am putting all these clips is so that these memories don't get lost and I can always come back and relive them. Also, looking forward to more such adventures in the future. And lastly, I just want to thank the entire team once again for organizing everything for us.